Hi, let's do some eyes. How about that? Now I'm going to show you a palette and I'm missing one color because I don't have that color. So I'm going to substitute it with a color from one of the numbered palettes that is no longer with us, and that is number 2. I'm going to use this black right here. It's not really black, it's kind of charcoal, and that is substituting for Legendary. So in this palette, I'm going to use sorry, my nose is itchy. What is that? Can't think of the name right now. This is Antsy. I've been challenged to use a gold eyeshadow, so that's why we're doing this. This is Antsy, and then this is Earthly. We're going to use Earthly, so we're going to mix our neutrals today, okay? The first thing I'm going to do is take a fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to get into that Earthly, which is the brown, the medium brown. And I forgot eye primer again. I get in too big of a hurry to get in here and forget my eye primer. I didn't even bring my bag with the clips. Sorry. Okay, but I'm going up that brow bone with that Earthly, starting to create the shadow. Hello, it's called eyeshadow. Yes, yes. We want to create a shadow. I did see a look yesterday that is very different from anything I've ever shown you, very different from anything I've ever tried. It might look hideous, it might not. So I'm planning on trying that for you. At some point, we shall see. We shall see what happens with that. How are you today? I needed to do this for myself today. I needed to play and have fun. So that's just going right. This is called the transition shade. And it's going right, circles and rainbows, okay? Circles and rainbows. Now, you don't want to come all the way over to the bridge of your nose, and you don't want to come all the way up to your eyebrow. But you do want to take up some of that real estate. If you have eyes like mine are almond shaped, I have lots of real estate here. I have lots of room to play with. The more shadow I put on there, which feels wrong, it feels like you're going too much, it feels like you're going too heavy, I know. But the more I put it up there, the less of this lightness is sagging down, if that makes sense, making my eye look hooded or smaller. So I'm creating depth by going up higher with this transition shade. It's a neutral shade. It's a nice light medium brown. You can go lighter with this. You can go darker with this. That's your choice. I really like this shade. The other shade that a lot of people use to do this is Astute or Jealous. I do idealistic when I want it to be a little more subtle. I want it to be a softer shadow. And it took me, believe me, I get it. It feels wrong to go this high up on your eye if you have this much room. But this is how you're going to create the drama, how you're going to create. I watch one makeup artist who calls it movement. I don't really understand that term, but if you do, movement, okay? All right, so now I'm going to take this Antsy, which is a beautiful champagne metallic gold, and I'm going to use a sponge to put it on. I've already done my foundation. I always do my foundation first, and the sponge will keep me from having more droppage or fallout on my cheeks. And I'm pressing it. Also, using the sponge helps you remember to press, not swipe. Even if I were using a brush, I would still be pressing with a really glittery shadow like this. That just reduces the fallout, and you use less color because it's not falling on your face. So you save some money by saving your product. But if the sponge brush helps you remember to pat, then use the sponge brush. What is the name of this light color? It's my favorite. I feel like everybody ought to have it. Optimistic is its metallic counterpart. And this is, I can't remember. You know what, I just realized, I hope I don't dink with my mascara because I didn't bring a little spoolie brush in here to fix it. So let's pray I don't dink. Okay, so I want a good pop of gold there. Since gold was what I was challenged to use today, I want to make sure it is standing at attention. I have a mirror over here that I'm using to help. So then go back with your blending brush and blend those two edges together. Always blend. Okay. Getting you out of your comfort zone. I'm gonna have to have a sharp pencil. That's gonna make me insane. This is my favorite color. Well, it's not my favorite color. It's the one I think everybody needs. Laid back, hello. It's a matte ivory. Everybody needs a good matte ivory. For highlighting, for lightening, everybody needs one. Okay, so I'm going to actually take a crease brush, I believe. I will use a crease brush. Tap off the excess or blow off the excess. And I come in here, even though I've already used my concealer, this area is a darker area for me. It's very thin skin there, and the blue of my veins tends to show through. And then I'm going to take it and I'm only going to put it in the arch of my brow, not all the way across. Okay, so I'm lightening here, getting that, because that can be a dark area and that creates a shadow and you don't want that. Okay, and then I'm going to take it and just put it in the arch. And the reason I'm using a matte is because I have a gold on my lid. Now, there's no rules. You could do what you wanted to. If you wanted to use a sparkle up there, use a sparkle up there. I'm just choosing not to today. Okay, so then I'm going to come back in with my transition shade and beef that up a little bit and blend those in. I don't think Earthly is in stock right now. I don't think Astute is in stock right now. We're still in the having stocking issues because of COVID, because of all the different things that some of our warehouses, some of our manufacturing plants were tasked to do. So we're just doing what we can. Got a little bit of fallout right there. Don't know why. It's a dark color. Must have had some on my finger. Okay, let's keep going. Now, this color is scary. I know, Legendary looks scary. This is not Legendary, but it's pretty close. I'm going to use this one right here. I know. It's going to be okay, I promise. I promise. Okay, I'm actually going to use a fluffy crease brush very lightly at the beginning. And I'm going to keep it in that 7, that L, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to make a V. I am going to go fully dramatic today and go with a 7. And I'm keeping my eye open because I need it to peek up over right there. If it doesn't peek up over right there, people don't see it and it doesn't have the intended effect of deepening your eyes if it doesn't peek over. If you keep it right in that crease, when your eyes are open, it's never going to be seen. And I'm going to slowly take a little bit of a longer tail and fade it in. See, it's not black. It's not black. It's a lighter black. Okay, now I need to blend that out. Go back to your blending brush. I use the fluffy crease brush to help me get it bigger. Not big, not as big as this, but a little bit bigger for drama. Okay. Let's go on the other side, dab it in. Now remember, I'm using this in place of Legendary. Legendary looks black on the screen. It's really, I'm told, I've never bought it because I have all these others. I'm told it's more charcoal than black, like these. These look black when you're just looking at them. But it's more charcoal gray than solid black. Okay, keep your eye open so you can see if it's peeking over. Now we want to make sure they match, so I need more. See how it's darker? I need more here. Okay, and blend. Okay, hold it at the end. We're not coloring, we're blending. All right, now I'm gonna go in with a very small, this one is messed up, so I like it because it's messed up, it's thinner. I'm gonna go into that earthly. We're gonna get a full-on drama today, just because I feel like it. Haven't got to do it in a long time. And I'm gonna come and put that here. Now, the general rule that I've been told is if you do this with your eyes, all of that shelf area that's there is where you have to play. I'm gonna say no on me on that. That might be if you're younger, but if you're older, that gets harder to define. And I'm gonna start with it darker, and I am gonna take it most of the way across. Not all the way, most of the way. Okay. This also is pushing you out of your comfort zone. I know that. You don't want to push that much, put that much powder below your eyes. I get that. But the effect is really cool and pretty. And I'm just recently gotten to the point where I'm willing to try this. I'm always trying to use my liner shader brush instead, which I just realized I forgot to bring in here. Just going to make my next task a little daunting. I did not bring that in here, did I? No, I didn't. Thomas.
Yeah.
On my bathroom counter, there's 2 jars of brushes. Will you bring me the one on the left? The one with the skinnier brushes, please? Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to take a crease brush and I'm going to go darken up that black in a V. This one I am keeping smaller.
Here you go.
Thank you so much. This one doesn't have my liner shader brush in it, but it has ones in it I can use instead. Okay, just deepening that color. Still want it peeking over, but it's not as big. Okay. Blend. Always blend. All right, so I'm going to use this brush as my liner brush. Okay, very skinny. And I'm now going to take that legend. Don't flip out. Don't flip out. I'm going to take that legendary, which I don't have, but I'm pretending I have. I'm going to mix it. Okay, with that earthly. I like the shadows under the eye because they're not harsh. You can smudge them out. I'm not sure if that's a word. Smudge. It's my word. Smudge would be the real word. I like to say smudge. So if I say smudge and you don't know what that is, it just means smudge. Okay, so I'm going to continue. And I'm going to bring it like a liner. Like a cat eye liner. This side is more difficult because I have a stupid wrinkle right there that it wants to make a valley in. All the time. And I can tell by doing this that I have it darker over here than I do over here. So I'm going to go beef that up a little bit. Now, you could leave that line if you wanted and use it as a cat eye liner, or you could just make it blend in a little bit. That's up to you. It looks silly without your mascara, I know, but when you put your mascara on, it looks fabuloso. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm going to I'm going to tight line the top of my eyes with black liner. That means the waterline and in between your lashes. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna go, actually, let's just do that let's just keep it going with the powder. I was gonna put it right as the liner there, but I think I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna do it with the powder. Because I would want to go back and smudge it out anyway, and soften it up. And I'm not gonna use the whole eye. I'm gonna go very skinny. Get it very skinny as I go over. Which is why that might be an advantage to use a pencil if you're not comfortable using powders as a liner. That would be the advantage of using, that was gobbledygook. That might be the advantage of using a pencil. That you could keep it to a smaller line. But notice I'm not re-dipping when I do that. I'm just using the leftovers. Okay. Did we get it even? A little more. A little more. Okay, there we go. What do you think so far? We don't have our mascara on. So don't make your final judgment that this is a mess or not a mess. Mascara pulls it all together for you. So I came to a bigger triangle at the end, if you saw me doing that. The liner, I used the liner in a much bigger triangle at the end. Kept it very soft and thin as I got closer to the inner part of the eye. That's going to help the inner part of your eye stay nice and wide and open. All right, we need to blend this side a little bit. I'm going to try not to mess up that liner because I like that. In fact, it needs to be a little better over here. A little more of a line. Lost that line. Okay, let's do some primer. It's getting hot in here. And now I'm not going to take off all my clothes. I'm sorry, that song went through my head. Oh, that song went through my head. I do this side first because these are my lashes that give me fits. They're very curly-Q and they get very tangly. And this primer helps straighten them out and makes them fly right. So I like to give these a little extra dry time than I do my others. Okay. And my little mirror. Oh, well, see what I did there? Yeah, and I didn't bring a spoolie brush in here. Let's see if I can just... It will dry clear. It will dry clear, and I can go and get that. Okay, so let's hope for no more. Okay, this side. This lash primer is going to nourish your lashes. It's going to set your lashes, and it's going to help give your mascara even more volume and a little bit more length to your lashes. Didn't think it was a big deal? It's a big deal. Makes a big difference. And today I am going to just use Epic Twisted. I also like to use the lash primer where I have sparse areas of lashes or lashes that are not quite as long as the ones surrounding them because their life and they've fallen out. Okay. Use my lash comb. This is not a unique lash comb. This is an Amazon $5 buy. But I like it because it drags that product up just a little more for some added length. Also with lash primer, what you could do, let's just do it. We're going to add a little extra on the ends and go with what we're already creating, a more butterfly winged effect. It's going to be pretty subtle. But you've probably seen some falsies that start small and then gradually get bigger. That's what we're imitating a little bit, or trying to. Got it in my hair. Okay, so we're gonna let that set for just a few seconds, and I'm gonna show you Epic Twisted. Epic Twisted is the one with 2 wands. It has hydrolyzed keratin and biotin and argan oil in it, so it helps your lashes grow fuller and longer and stay around longer. That's how they get longer and stronger, by nourishing them. It has 2 wands. Okay, it has the first wand, the little bitty wand, which is on the black cap, and twist the silver, and you get the big Daddy Mac wand that has silicone bristles to really drag through those lashes. Okay, I prefer to start with the little one. Some people prefer to start with the big one. You just play with it and figure out which one you like. Take it at the base and drag your lashes through. Wiggle it in so your lashes will get in that wand. This is just a wrapped wand. Doesn't have bristles, it's just wrapped. But this little bitty wand finds every stinking little lash that you have and brings them out. So what you see is a more full fan of eyelashes. To my way of thinking, if you use the little one first, you find all those lashes first, and then when you come back with the big one, it just adds to the product. Some people like to start with the bigger one and get a lot of product on, and then find all the little ones with this one. Yikes among us. Okay. And I'm going to concentrate on the length down here for that butterfly effect. And I just ran it all down my thumb. How many of you do that? You miss? I took the baby wipes out of here this morning and I forgot to bring them back. And I used my last Kleenex box from in here. So I'm just combing those out, getting more length. If you comb from the top down, always go back and lift them back up. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with the big wand. Same thing. Put it at the base. And add 2. Now, this is getting kind of a lengthy video, so I'm going to try to cut it short. But the great thing about this mascara is it's buildable. So I'm going to do this side, then I'm going to go do the other side, then I can come back to this side and add more. You can just keep adding and adding and adding until you're satisfied. Okay, yeah. I think my stomach's about to growl. Sure you didn't want to know that. But should you hear it, that's what's happening. Isn't that amazing? Such a good mascara. Such a good mascara. You can see I've got a little buildup on here. So I'm just going to wipe that off. Okay, and go back with the big wand. I'm going to cut it off right here. Normally, I would just keep on going. Keep on building. Keep on getting bigger lashes, longer lashes. One of the tips for that is to take the little wand and just go over the tips again.
Yeah.
Hit the tips of your lashes with it. And then go back with the big wand and do a full sweep. Okay. Let's do the bottom. This one's perfect for the bottom lashes. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so you would just take this and hit your tips again. Okay, then take the big one and drag it through and just keep going and going and going. Real quick to the other side, just the tips. So, if this is too much for you, as far as eye makeup, feel free to stop at any point or just trade out colors for softer colors. The techniques are the same. The technique is exactly the same. You may not want to do your under eye. You may not want to use powder as liner. Totally understandable. But the technique that I used, the way I applied it would be exactly the same. You may not need to do the extra little small V of the darker color if you don't want big drama. And you may just want to use the crease brush instead of the fluffy crease brush, okay, to apply that darker color. But the techniques are exactly the same. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you need anything, if you want to know some shades, anything you need, just drop it below and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.